Hi, this is Blake LeVine, and today I want to do a talk, The Winds of Change When Living with Bipolar Disorder. So, as a human being, part of our life is shifting and changing. And I found that part of getting healthy with bipolar is learning how to adapt and change your way of living. For me, when I was younger, I drank alcohol quite regularly, and I started to find that it wasn't good for me. I would have nosebleeds and feel hungover the next day, and I learned that that was a really negative way to handle my life. I also smoked cigarettes and would have often 10 or 15 each day. This would lead to breathing issues and really feeling tired and out of breath. And I learned that by stopping those two negative addictions, I would make myself healthier and feel stronger and more alive. And I found that when you have bipolar, there's a huge reason to do this, because for many of us, we take medications that are not easy on the body. They do help the mind, at least for me and for those I know, but there's complications with taking them. And when we struggle to deal with the side effects, drinking alcohol or smoking cigarettes or any type of real harmful addiction can just add to the negative impact. And I was very lucky when I was young. I had a great psychiatrist who told me that if I mixed too many other things with my medication, it could make me sick and make my life more difficult. And these days I'm almost 40, and I've learned that in order to live a full, long life, you have to find ways to be stronger. I also want to say, when I change, it's often slow, because I used to think you could just change in one moment. If you were real negative, and one day you could be positive, or if you were struggling to eat well, and one day you could learn to eat healthy foods, or if you had an addiction, you could just stop and be great. And I found that for me, changing is a long-term challenge to your programming, because many of us, we'd wake up and have a cigarette, or we'd go out to dinner and have a drink, or we'd go and do different things. And I learned that if you want to really change, you have to develop new conditioning and new programming. For example, if I'm ever out and I see someone smoking a cigarette, I say to myself, I'm not going to do that. It's not healthy for me. I've been able to stay off cigarettes for so many years. It's time to remember that it's not going to be good for me. Even if it felt good in the moment, in the long run it could make me sick. And by doing that over and over and learning to make better choices, we end up feeling better in our lives. And I found that when you shift and change, it's vital to be able to develop these long-term different ways of living. And the good news for you is it's never too late. We all have the ability to grow and shift and change. And I'm here with my son at the park. Just want to take a couple minutes to share this education with you. I do a life coaching program by phone. You can learn about it at my website below. The life coaching is a really fun way to work with me and help you develop better ways of living. I also have some books. If you type my name, Blake LeVine, on the website, you can find them. Thanks.